Okay, man, the moment we've been waiting for all year finally happened today in week 11. Shedeur Sanders finally got some playing time, and he made his NFL debut against the Baltimore Ravens. He played in the second half of this game. Dillon Gabriel suffered a concussion. He ended the game 7 of 10, 68 yards, and he was getting booed severely throughout the game. And Shedeur came in the second half, and he didn't play any better. Ended the game 4 of 16, 47 yards, and threw one interception, no touchdown. He had 3 carries for 16 yards rushing. So even with that, he still didn't even eclipse a total of 100 yards. He had a Justin Fields type performance if you had to compare to anybody, where he just wasn't catching any rhythm. But the difference between Shedeur and Justin Fields is the Cleveland Browns organization hasn't prepared him to deal with first reps. So everybody is new to the party, and he doesn't have that familiarity, with the offense like a Dillon Gabriel. It was a tough day for Shedeur. In his press conference, he took full accountability, admitted that he played trash, and he said, it was disgusting for him to lose because that's not what he's accustomed to. Also, in this game, it was so much pressure. The Baltimore Ravens did a lot of blitzing on him, and he was running for his life. He didn't really have time to just sit in that pocket and try to really go through his progressions. He almost had a touchdown on a game-winning drive, but good play by the defensive back by the Ravens. Um, I forget who the receiver was. George. No. Number 84, Gage Larvadin. He had a chance. Excuse me, y'all. Still getting over the flu. He had a chance to bring in a game-winning touchdown, but just crazy good defense by the defensive back. Myles Garrett, on the high note for the Browns, had a great game against the Baltimore Ravens. He had 4 sacks, man. I saw somebody say this online a while ago, and this is greatest, analogy. If the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals merged together, they would be the greatest team in the NFL, because if you had Cincinnati's offense with Cleveland Browns defense, that would be the greatest team in the NFL right now. But it's just how it goes. The defense gave the Browns multiple opportunities, but the offense just couldn't, capitalize, man. It wasn't even a receiver that had 100 receptions, Cedric Tillman, he had 3 receptions, 52 yards. Jared Judy, he had 3 receptions, 21 yards. And I thought him and Shedeur were going to, be lights out. But, maybe if they can get, the proper preparation. And this would have been a great game for Shedeur to steal, because Lamar Jackson did not play up to his standards neither. He was 14 of 25. He threw 2 interceptions. That's very unlike Lamar Jackson, because he protects the ball pretty well like a Aaron Rodgers in his prime. But he did throw for, 193 yards. Derrick Henry had 18 carries for 103 and a touchdown. Mark Andrews became the Ravens' leading receiver of all time. Congratulations to him. Major accomplishment. And he had a huge touchdown run off of a fake tush push. Very creative, man. It was for 35 yards. And he also had 3 catches for 32 yards. Zay Flowers had 3 receptions, 78 yards. He led all receivers in this game. DeAndre Hopkins had a pretty great catch as well, but it was his only catch. Nate Wiggins got an interception on defense. LaJohntay Wester, he had a bad fumble on not fumble, but special teams. He muffled the punt, and it led excuse me, y'all, it led to a touchdown. So great rivalry game, man. It was very It was very competitive, man, but a lot of mistakes on both ends. Then this game could have went either way. Hopefully Shedeur can start next week and he gets, the full week of preparation and first team reps. If he's able to get all that, it will be very interesting to see what his next performance is like, because one thing about Shedeur, he cares. He doesn't want to be out there embarrassing himself or the organization. And he has the fan base behind him because there was a lot of 12 jerseys and everybody know the signature, where he throw it with the wristband. And even Kyle Hamilton, I believe, of the Ravens, when he got a tackle and a sack on him, he did his celebration. So, people was waiting on that touchdown, anticipating that was going to tie that game, and when you just knew you was finna see the wrist get thrown up. But just give it time, man. I told you, Shedeur would be playing eventually. I knew eventually he'd get his shot. And like he said, all he was thankful for was an opportunity. He didn't perform to his expectations, but he got his feet wet, and that was his first time getting tackled since Colorado. That's a long time. So you got to factor all that in. But my honest take is that he was set up for failure, and this is what they wanted to see. Because, he never was getting first reps with the team. And I even saw one of the offensive linemen extremely upset as soon as the game ended. And I don't know, I couldn't tell by the camera angle who he was barking at. It could have been a Ravens defensive player. But, they're going to want to make it look like he mad at somebody on the team. But overall, man, disappointing performance by Shedeur. It was boo-boo. Might have been his worst performance ever. But it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And it's not the end of the world, man, because even if he had a great game, one of these type of games was going to happen eventually. And you rather it happen now than like in a playoff game, or a single elimination or something along them lines. So, yeah, man, that's my recap, man. Once again, the Cleveland Browns fall short to the Ravens, 16-23. Browns dropped to 2-8 on the season. Ravens are now 500. They're 5-5, right behind the Steelers. So they're right back in this division, man. And now those games that we face off with the Baltimore Ravens are going to be pivotal for playoff seeding and division ranking. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Like this video, drop a comment, give me your thoughts on this game. I am James Vergato, and as always, be God level. The genius is in you. God level genius.